Welcome to your beginner's guide to Printify and print on demand. I'm going to go over some of the common mistakes, some of the biggest frequently asked questions, and everything that you need to know to get started with your print on demand business. I'll cover things like what print provider should you use, should you try the new economy shipping, and what happens when you get issues with your print on demand items, who actually takes care of that and pays for it. And make sure to stay tuned all the way until the end, because I'll also share a really big mistake that I've been seeing new sellers making with their Printify accounts that I haven't seen anyone else talking about. So stay tuned till then and let's get started. First of all, if you haven't signed up for a Printify account just yet, I do have a link down in the description for you to sign up for Printify, and that does help support my channel. So if you do want to support me, feel free to open your Printify account with that link. I also have a coupon code for you that is 𝗗𝗧30 that gives you 1 month for free of the Printify Premium to get a discount on all the products that you purchase. This coupon only works if you haven't spent any money with Printify before. Feel free to use it for that first month of Printify Premium, all completely for free if you haven't spent anything on Printify just yet. I already made a video showing you all of the Printify settings that I would set up to completely automate your business and how to connect your Printify and Etsy accounts. So I'll link that video down in the description for you to watch next if you don't know how to do that part of the process just yet. But let's get started with the first thing on our list for this video, which is what products should you sell from Printify. My best advice to you on what products that you should sell from Printify is to use what has already been proven by other sellers. So in Printify, if you go to their catalog, you can actually click on their best sellers, and they're going to tell you what products actually sell best for other people using Printify. This is going to be a gold mine of, I think, 24 different products that are selling really, really well right now for other sellers. This is going to be things like t-shirts, candles, mugs, stickers, blankets, and phone cases are probably some of the biggest and most popular products to sell. So this can be a really great place to get started and what to sell in your business. Now, beyond that, it's going to depend on what platform you're selling on. If you're selling on Etsy, then you want to go there and type in the product that you're looking to sell and make sure that there are other sellers making money selling that product. It might sound counterintuitive that you want other people selling the same thing as you, but you're going to come up with your very own unique designs to put on that product so that people are going to want to buy yours instead. We're not going to copy anyone or do the exact same thing as someone else, but we want proof that there's already people searching for and buying those products every single day. So make sure to do that step of the research as well. But really, I think you'd be pretty much good to go with almost any of the products that are on the Printify bestsellers list, because again, they're already proven. My favorite products that I've ever sold is the 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘 sweatshirt. That's actually the product I've probably sold the most of in the entire 4 years that I've been selling on Etsy. Number 2 right now, I'd say would be the Comfort Colors C1717 shirt. That one is going just bonkers on Etsy and selling super, super well for a lot of people. Another shirt that I really have loved selling is the Bella Canvas 3001 t-shirt. This one is a classic, great t-shirt to sell for anyone. So that's a great option as well. I think candles are a really great option, especially this one on the bestsellers, the scented soy candle. Those are all products that I have sold and been really successful with in my store. But what print provider should you use? When you're looking at Printify, Printify is a website that brings together hundreds of different printers to print the products for you. Printify doesn't actually print any of them. So let's say you did want to go sell that Comfort Colors 1717 shirt. When you click on it, you're going to see a bunch of different print providers that are available. There's a big, huge list with lots of them available. So how do you know who to choose? Now, there's a couple ways that you can decide this. Number 1 is going off of their quality report that they get here on Printify. So like 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗢𝗗𝗘 here has a 9.6, Monster Digital has a 9.4, Marco Fine Arts has a 9.4, and so does 𝗗𝗡𝗡 has a 9.1. So really any of the first few print providers are going to be great options. The next thing to look at, though, is what options they offer. If you notice, Marco Fine Arts only has 8 colors, where 𝗗𝗡𝗡 has 58 colors. And so that can be one thing that will help you decide. Different print providers will have different options as well, like the print areas. All of these happen to print on the front and the back. Sometimes they offer different sizes, like 𝗗𝗡𝗡 goes all the way up to 4XL, when these other ones only go to 3XL. And then again, the different color options. And lastly, you have the price price difference, 𝗗𝗦𝗧 might have the best rating, but if you look at the price for the actual item, it's $18.39 for this shirt, whereas if you used, say, 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗑𝗑𝗑, it's only $10.76 for the exact same item. So for a really similar quality score, for that big of a price difference, I'd probably go with 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗑𝗑𝗑 because they have a good price, they have a lot of color options, and they have the most size options, and they're still in that higher rating area. So that's kind of one way you can do it. Another way that you can decide what print provider to use is look on YouTube for product reviews for different products. Here on my channel, I do quite a few product reviews where I order you samples. Like recently I ordered these cute car coasters, and I'll do video reviews on these products so you can see how long it takes, the quality, and what I think of them. Other people make reviews as well. Obviously, I'm not the only YouTuber to make product reviews, but that can be a good replace. And the third place is the Printify Rockstars Facebook group. That is a Facebook group for people using Printify, and people will share their experience with different products. You can go in there and ask people's opinion. So if you're on Facebook, I'd say that is a good resource for you to figure out what product and what print provider you should use based on other people's experiences. But what size do you need to make your design files when you're creating designs for your print-on-demand products? The easiest way to find out is when you're looking at a product, you can click this button to start designing. And once in here, you'll see this little I information button here at the top, and this will tell you your print area size. So for this shirt, this print area, the full size, biggest design that I can create is 4200 by 4800 pixels. So when you go to create a design, that's the size that you can use. If you make your design in a different size than what the print provider recommends, you can stretch that bigger or smaller as needed and put it anywhere within this box. But that's going to give you a general range of what size that your design needs to be when you're actually going and first creating that. My design software of choice is Canva. This is canva.com, and I do have a link down in the description for a 30-day free trial of their Canva Pro account. And if you want to create a design for a product, it's super simple. You sign up for their software, click Create a Design, and down here at the bottom, you can click Custom Size. Now here's where you can put in that 4200 by 4800 or whatever size you need for your product, and click Create New Design. Now this is going to give you a blank canvas to create your design on. Then you can save this and upload it to Printify. Now I get this question a ton on my channel, and it's, do I need to order a sample for every single design that I make? And the short answer is no. I would order maybe a sample or two for yourself just so you can get an idea of what the process is like and what it looks like when you have a design on a computer versus what it's actually printed and looks like in real life. You know, getting samples in person can really show you a lot about what it looks like, but you don't need to do it for every single design or even really every single product. Again, there's a lot of great product reviews online. I do some where I review different products like phone cases or those car coasters that I showed you. I've done reviews on things like tote bags and sweatshirts, so you can really look online and get a really good idea of what these look like. I wouldn't feel the pressure to order a sample of every single thing that you make. If you do want to order a sample order though, it is super simple. Just create the product in Printify and save it as a draft or publish it to your store if it's something that you want other people to buy as well. And then you can come here to your orders tab and click Create Order and click Sample Order. And here you can add what product you want and it'll ship it right to your house so you can see exactly what it looks like. Another question I get a ton is how long does it take for customers to receive their items, and what should I quote on my listings for production and shipping times? When looking on Printify, they will give you an average kind of recent production time. So for the comfort color shirt, it's saying the average production time for 𝗗𝗓𝗑𝗑𝗑 is 1.4 days. It's important to know though that these are business days. So if you get an order on say Saturday, then that might not go out till Monday or Tuesday when you're accounting for those production times. So do remember that it's business days. As for shipping, if you're shipping anywhere within the US, then about a 1 to 5 day delivery time frame is pretty standard, and selecting that in your shipping profile on Etsy is a pretty safe call. For Etsy though, it is always better to under promise and over deliver. Your production time might be quoted 1.4 days, but that's just the average right now. There can be delays for random reasons, and so I typically, for most products, say about 2 to 5 business days is how long it takes for us to create the item, and then again the 1 to 5 business days for shipping. And to give you an idea of what some recent products have taken between the date of order and the date of delivery, I sold one of these 16-ounce sipper glasses, and that took 12 days from date of order to date of delivery. I have a phone case that took 9 days from date of order to date of delivery, a candle that took 6 days from date of order to date of delivery, a denim jacket that took 7 days from date of order to date of delivery, and a blanket that took 8 days from date of order to date of delivery. So that's a pretty average time frame. It's anywhere from 5-6 days to about 12 days is when most products on Printify will get printed and sent to your customers. That brings us to the next question though. Should you use the new economy shipping? Now when you're looking at products on Printify, they're going to quote you how much it's going to cost for shipping. If you click this provider info button and you go over to the shipping tab, you can see that economy shipping for this shirt is $3.99 and $2.19 per additional item. Standard shipping is $4.75 and $2.40 for an item for an additional item. So this is saying the standard takes 2 to 5 business days for delivery, and the economy takes 4 to 8 business days for delivery. Everything I just quoted you, the items that I purchased, were for the standard shipping. I did order a sample of one item for a shirt that was standard shipping and one that was economy shipping, and the economy shipping item took 4 extra days to get delivered compared to the standard item. Now personally, I think that's a big deal. People on Etsy are typically buying gifts, they're buying presents, they want it by a certain date. I don't think that that extra 4 days of delivery that turns it up to 2 weeks or even maybe a little bit more between the date of order to the date of delivery, I don't think that's worth the extra 75 cents that you get in profit per order, but that's just me and my opinion. Now, what happens if you have an issue with one of your orders? Who pays for that? Now, me personally, in 1 year, I sold over 12,000 Printify items to customers, and out of those 12,000 orders, less than 2% had an issue of any kind. The kind of issues that you might run into with your print-on-demand business are items getting lost in the mail, items coming with a hole in it or a stain on it, the wrong item getting sent, or something being wrong with the actual print. The nice thing about working with Printify is they will actually cover almost any and all issue that you have. They'll pay to reprint it or refund you, depending on the issue and what your customer wants. If you do unfortunately have any issues with your Printify orders, it's super simple to get it fixed. You just come into Printify and go to that actual order, and at the bottom you'll see a Submit Issue button. Here you can check the tracking status, you can request a reprint, or you can request a refund, and they'll take care of the rest. Just make sure that if there is an issue with a product that you get a photo of it, because they will need photo evidence for any issue that the customer is saying is wrong with it. I've been super impressed with how Printify's handled this, and I can't think of one thing that they haven't covered for me. The only things you'll have to pay for yourself is if maybe the customer just doesn't like it, but Printify did their job, then that would be on you. But that is, I'd say, a really rare case. Customers typically love the products that they receive, and I really haven't had that happen very much at all. But I do have a video I'll link down in the description of how to handle returns and exchanges if you get them, so feel free to check out that video next if you're interested. And that brings us to the biggest mistake that I see new Etsy sellers making, and that is actually when you go onto Printify and you have all your products uploaded, if you delete one of these products, you can come to the More Actions and click Delete. If this is something you've published to Etsy, it will actually delete your Etsy listing as well. So be really careful to never delete anything from Printify that you've connected to Etsy, because then it will actually delete the full Etsy listing for you. I have seen a couple people do this recently, so I wanted to put that warning out there. The nice thing is though that Etsy can potentially get that listing back for you if you didn't mean to delete something. So if you do ever have this issue or run into it, then just reach out to Etsy and they'll probably be happy to help. I hope that you found this video super helpful, but make sure to subscribe so you can see the video I'm releasing soon on how to price your print-on-demand items with Printify. I know that one will be a super good one. As always, I appreciate you staying all the way until the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.